Welcome back to the podcast, and you're listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And today I have a special guest. She is the CEO, co-founder of Cam America Creations, correct?
Camerica.
They call me Cam America.
It's always
but
Camerica.
Yes. And I don't want to butcher your name, so can you please let them know your name?
Well, I'm Agnes Taile. Taile. I'm a daughter of Guarantee and granddaughter of One Liberty. That's how we introduce ourselves.
Nice. I like that. So, can you tell my viewers a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Well, I'm originally from Cameroon. It's in Central Africa. And I'm a designer today.
Yes.
That's what I do now. That's one of my passion, but I've done so many other things before.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably have time to talk about it later on. And I'm a mother of now 2, a daughter and then a boy. He just turned 18. So yeah, and I'm also a single mom.
Yeah. So welcome to my podcast, Traveling Pants of a Single Mom.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thanks for being on my show. So, where are you from?
I'm from Cameroon. It's a beautiful country right in the middle of Africa. We call it the Little Africa because you will find almost everything that you can find in different countries in Africa, just in one country.
Mm-hmm.
So just to give you an idea, it's we're so diverse. It's just in one country we have over 250 different ethnic group.
Wow.
That means the same amount of languages. So it's over 250 different languages that we speak in one country.
Oh wow.
But we get along together. We have different culture, different way to eat, different way to dress. But it's just in one country. That's how diverse one country can be.
Wow.
So in Africa, yes.
So just to get an idea, I mean, I've never been to Africa, but what is an area in Africa that you're from that's kind of familiar, that's close to, that we can say, okay,
Close to Nigeria?
you're close to Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. So, this is officially our first time meeting, but I did want to talk a little bit about how did we connect?
We lovely girl. So we connect. I was watching one of your podcasts. I think I got tagged.
Yeah.
That was with Tiffany.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Mateen.
oh my God, so wait, and
Yes.
Mateen was there, so I'm like, oh wait, what are they doing up there?
Yes.
So I read it, I'm like, oh, okay, so apparently I made her favorite dress. That was the one she had. She's on the runway, I believe it was September 3rd, 2018, and it was the Orlando African Fashion Show.
Yes.
And so I was so honored. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
That dress was beautiful. You did that, like.
I tell you, she was the one.
Yes.
So when I did the casting call and I saw her, I'm like, okay.
She did.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. When she came out in the dress, you were in the back, right?
Yes.
When she came out in the dress, people were standing up. They were snapping. It was like, yes, that dress was amazing.
That's the part I always miss. I don't get to see all that.
Like, I'm telling you, like, the crowd went crazy when she came out in that dress. I was like, oh my, because she said before the show, she said, I'm doing, she's gonna do a big dress, but I think she told me she didn't see it until that day.
No.
So she didn't even know prior to, but she just knew she was gonna do it. That dress was nice.
Only one model out of 15 that we had they got to see their outfit before the show.
Mm-hmm.
So only one, and that was my daughter. So now no model for that show. They didn't have any fitting. They didn't have any. We did have practice, but a couple of days.
Right, but they don't.
But they didn't get to have none of that. And I just took the measurement. Like, okay, we're gonna get that done, and then everything was perfect.
Man, to the T, like that dress looked like it was made for her.
But it was made for her, right? It was made for her. Everybody they get to measure every each model, and then everyone get to, you know, the dress was made for them.
For their size. Yes, it was beautiful. I mean, again, claps up, snaps up, because that dress, I mean, I was like, I want it, and it was like, where are you gonna wear it?
Well, you can have it.
I don't know where I'm wear it.
There is always an occasion, you know.
Right, and that's what I said. I said something to come up, Christmas coming up, you know, people have what they have, the balls or whatever during the holidays. Starting to come up, I could wear it, but it was beautiful. Like, absolutely. So you mentioned a little bit about being raised in Cameroon, Africa. So how did that, being raised in Africa, shape you as a person?
Well, it's just a normal person. It's a normal life like everywhere else. You know, it's not, I don't see any difference between you and me. So I'm just like just a human being, you know what I mean? So I don't see any difference. The only difference would be probably the culture, and all that. So okay, so let me redirect it. How did being raised in Africa, the difference in the culture, shape you as a person? Well, it gave me a lot of a sense, let me put it that way, a sense of respect. Respecting each other, respecting your parents, respecting your brothers and sisters, and everybody else around. That's one thing we put up. You know, we put that out first, and no matter what, you have to put that in. That brings everything else around it. You have to be self-oriented, and then being able to do things on your own. You know, we also have that pride of being, you know, who we are, we want to be. That makes you know, a little difference. But other than that, it's culturally we have that you know, I'm not gonna call it a gap, but we do have a huge difference between how things are done here and in back up. So when you come from Africa, there's a couple of things that will shock you. You know, the way people eat, the way people talk, the way people dress. But you know, overall, I got to, thank you, Lord, and I'm still learning. I got to blend in, you know, learn how to blend in without taking away what I've learned from back home. That will never go away. That will never go away, and I don't want to lose it.
Absolutely not.
Not at all. So yeah.
So on a different note, because I had a episode with, I don't know if you ever heard of Three Masks. Is an African. Yes. Okay, so we had Tim. Yes, Tim was on the show a few months ago.
Amazing guy.
Yes. Amazing. Shout out to Tim.
Yes.
He was on the show and we talked a lot about the African culture. So I had made a joke. I don't know if you saw.
No, I don't think so.
Well, did you see Wakanda?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so in Wakanda, it made it seem like in the movie that like the people in Africa look at Americans as small-minded. Is that like really how Africans?
I mean, I'm going to speak from Africa is big.
Right, that's true. It is huge.
So I'm not even on behalf of Cameroon, because again, there is over 250 different, you know, cultures. They would do things differently. So from the part of let's say the part of the country where I'm from, the northern part, if you don't get out of your area, you won't really, you cannot judge, you cannot compare someone, and you can, some people in my country or in the town or the village where I'm from, they probably don't know you exist.
Right.
Just to tell you.
Right.
So there is no way.
Right. True.
There is no way they can, you know, they underestimate you know, ability to do things. But again, we do have that respect that we bring in if a foreigner comes. So we know they will never do things like we do. They will respect them for that. We're not gonna, you know, put them aside because they don't know how to do it like us. A couple of jokes around, but
they were serious about that joke in the show. I was like, oh, okay, so that's how y'all really feel about it.
Well, but when you go to big cities and all that, it's quite different. It is quite different. We have tendency to learn a little bit from the others and see how they do things, but underestimating, I don't think so.
Okay, that's a good way to put it, because I was like, you know what, y'all a little bit shady.
But the reverse is different. When we come here, we feel like Americans are underestimating us.
Right, that's true.
It's like,
absolutely.
Okay, we feel so bad.
Right,
At the same
that's
time,
true.
The response is like, wait, you don't know what we do.
Right.
So you cannot tell we are kind of ignorant. It's not.
Right, that's true. That is true. So I want to also get a little bit into your childhood, you know, like, you know, being raised in Africa, like, you know, because you're from Africa, my family is from Jamaica. So I know that even though I wasn't raised in Jamaica, I did go like and spend the summers, and it's just a whole different life, you know, and the simple things to us, like when I was there in Jamaica, you will take like a milk carton and make a car, and you're dragging the milk, and you're having a good time. You're living your best life.
Yes.
And here, sometimes like my kids, my daughter, they're privileged. They get everything. They have everything they need and want. And so, talking to people from other cultures is really interesting to hear what, you know, how you were raised and how life was for you.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I miss all that.
Oh, yeah.
I really do.
Yes.
There is such a, oh my gosh, a big difference, a huge difference. Let's just say a few years ago, it was my time, you know, when I was born, and when I was growing up, it was us running all over the places in play, outdoors and stuff like that. It was not like you'd be sitting inside
on your laptop,
stuck in a laptop, on your on the phone, on the computer, playing games. No, our games was, everything was outdoor. You know, we play outdoor, and then we have when you go to the village. I was not raised in the village, but we get to go every other summer to my grandparents and then spend summertime with them, and that was very, you know, it was a fantastic time that no one wants to miss that. And here it's you cannot get the kids off the computer, off if they don't have a phone. I know my little nephew. Oh my gosh, if you don't give him that iPhone,
right,
it was like,
and they know how to use it.
He's sharing his phone. The moms, you know, it's like, mom, like, can I get my phone? He would have a fit.
Right.
Who knows that back home? No, the kids. Now it's starting to get, I think, a little. Call it that way. Let's say it that way. You know, they're getting a little Americanized. They get to play the video games in orders, but still,
it still have
a lot of outdoors.
Right.
It's and that's, I think it's amazing. They get to know and learn a lot more and being in contact with nature, and just have that healthy life instead of being stuck in the place, you know.
And just not this year, maybe 2 years ago, a few friends and I, we went to DR. We flew out there and spent a few days, about a week. And even being there, seeing how the kids, I mean, were outside, they were playing, and one time, I forgot what it was that they had by like a river. But they had like donuts out there, you know, like the
oh my gosh,
donuts, and they out in the river, and they look like they having so much
street
fun.
We cook every morning, like summertime when there is no school, is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some villages there is no electricity, so the dinner would be quite early, and then we would be sitting outside with the grandparents. Telling stories. This is just amazing, isn't it cute? So we don't have all that anymore.
Yes, trust me, I understand. Thanks for sharing. Let me see. And so let's get a little bit into your fashion. At what age or what triggered you to realize that you love sewing?
I was 17 when I started a little earlier, but I was 17 when I had my first runway. It was back home, and unfortunately I didn't continue because my parents wanted me to do something else, and they thought it was not, something that I can leave off.
Trust me, I know. As I stated, I am from a Jamaican background, and they're very,
You're just a seamstress, by the way. You're not
right.
You're not a fashion designer. It's kind of, fashion designers, it's quite fancy.
Yes, it is.
It's not that. It's like, oh, she's just a seamstress.
Right,
Seamstresses,
right.
they make money. So yeah, I needed to. You have to listen to your parents, of course. So I stopped doing it, following that passion, but it never goes away.
It never went away.
Never. So I just revived that here when I got here, and that was about 20 years later.
Now, you did say, I don't know if you said it now, but I know in the bio, you said that you did your first fashion show when you were 17.
Yes.
How were you discovered? Like, what triggered that person to say, "Oh, I love your designs. I want you to be in my fashion show"?
Well, the fashion show I was the main designer.
Okay.
I was the main designer. It was me coming to put away what I feel like it needed to be out. And my parents, thank you, Dad. He's no longer with us, but he supported me. He said, "Okay, you want to do it? I can go ahead and do it." But it was just something that I needed to do, but I couldn't. He wouldn't let me pursue it as
right.
So I believe I came across there was a friend of mine who was selling a lot of fabric, and I was so amazed. It was not even what we call today African fabric. It was more like Western material that I just had feeling. I'm like, okay, I need to put something together, and I have a couple of seamstresses that helped me get it out.
Nice.
And then I also believe I remember my cousins, my friends, they were modeling for me. So yes, and but before that I was already modeling. So I was I was modeling. Don't tell that to my models. So I was modeling, and then I was also into a couple of pageants and stuff like that. So don't tell them that either. I came across a lot of that word, and I'm like, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it. So yeah, it was a success.
Nice.
Daddy was proud of me, but I'm like,
but he's still like, I'm proud. You did your thing, but honey, drop it. I'm allowing you to do the show, but drop it.
Yeah.
So because you weren't able to pursue your dream at that time of being a designer, what did you do as a result?
You always listen to your parents, what they have to say. And then I didn't have that real choice, because you don't do what they do. They want you to do. The consequences. But I got to do what I loved. Also, one of my passions was journalism. So that one I did it for 9.5 years, almost 10 years.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't waste my time. I was never bored.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
So you what are some of the achievements that you your accomplishments?
Couple of awards. Well, they're just awards. I had my very first award, actually. I was still in Cameroon. It was here. And then I remember I received an email. Probably it was one of those camps, and like, oh, you want an award? Who knows me out there?
Right. Like who?
So yeah, it was WMF. And my award was International Woman in Journalism. So it was a courage. The award was given to me for the courage in journalism, and that was 2009. remember I had 2 or 3 orders later after that.
Wow. Shoot,
So one in Italy,
nice.
2 here, and yeah.
Nice. So. That's amazing. So at least, even though you didn't get to at that time pursue your fashion career, you still was able to do something that you love.
Oh yes.
Which was
Still love it. I don't do it anymore, but I still love it.
Nice. Because my sister, she was on a few weeks ago. She's a fashion designer. She went to school for criminal justice. She brought it up a little.
There we go.
Yeah, she went to school for criminal justice. I mean, at the time when she was in college, she didn't even know that she even knew how to sew. Mm-hmm. I always mess with her because she never picked up a needle and a thread. Like, never.
You need to start.
And then
somewhere.
all of a sudden, she said her friend said to her, oh, you know, when you're young, you want to go out, and sometimes they sew their little outfits. And my mom, I guess her mom knew a little bit about sewing and showed them, you know, bam. And then all of a sudden, she became like a designer, and like she's good. You know, like I'm like, wait.
There is a feeling, there is something when you need to get. I know when you feel it, it has to be out. When it's out, it's amazing.
Yeah, I was like,
if you don't like it, you won't be able to do it. So you have to
love
it.
Right.
First. Not even like it.
You have to love it.
Passionate about it. And there is no time where I regretted getting up in the middle of the night because something is boiling in my head. I'm like, I need to get this out. I will start working in the middle of the night and then get something beautiful out.
Absolutely. And I know that feeling because I've transitioned to that place in my life where like you said, I can be sleeping and the idea to come to my head, and I love my sleep. I love my sleep. But if something that I feel that can be big or is going to take me somewhere, I get up and I have to write it down. Absolutely. Or, you know, think about it, start something to, you know, make ways to doing it. So I absolutely understand, but I'm telling you, this girl knew nothing about sewing. That's what kills me. You know, like how you knew, you know. Like,
that started with my aunt, actually. My auntie is the one who taught me how to get into it because she was sewing a little bit. Not, you know, she still sews, but and after that, I just had to learn
how to do it.
So that's how it works. And thank you, you too.
Yes, trust me, because I'm like,
I just went go over different techniques that I need to perform, and then just to make it better each time.
Right. Okay. And how long have you been in the United States?
Since 2009, end of 2009, December 2009.
It's when how long you been here? Nice.
Yes.
And did you originally come to Florida, or were you at a different? Where did you?
You're from New Jersey, right?
Yes, I am from Jersey. You was in New York?
Yes, I have been. I moved from New York to Florida.
Okay.
But I first landed in the United States. I was first in Minnesota.
Oh.
In the middle of winter.
Really? Oh, you sound like my mother when they moved from Jamaica to the States. In the middle of the winter in Minnesota?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
I know that was a horrible experience.
It was. I remember spending literally 2 weeks inside. I'm not going out there. I was miserable. But yeah, so and then almost a year later, I moved to New York. It was still cold, but a little better than Minnesota. And I spent a few years in New York, moved to Florida, and here I am.
Nice. And let me see, because I'm skipping around in my questions because we're like touching so many bases. So then it's stuff that I have to skip because we done touch. So let me see. And how did you get discovered here in the States as a designer?
Went through a couple of fashion shows, that's how it works usually. Connection. You go to one fashion show and then you will have, someone who will invite you to another one. That's usually that's how it works for me. So, and I sometimes have to turn down a couple of, because you get overwhelmed. It's not just people don't usually realize how much it takes to put up a show. It's not easy. And I do everything by myself alone. So if I have to dress 15 girls for a show that's going to last less than 30 minutes, You know,
Right.
you'll be enjoying those 30 minutes out there, but those are months and months of work. And I usually don't like to duplicate. When I go to another show, I want to bring something new, something different. Even if I take a little bit from the last collection to go to another one, it's, you know, I still need to put a couple of pieces, new pieces, you know, so it's, yeah.
How many fashion shows have you, you don't know, is there so many?
I don't know.
Okay, well, what's one of your favorite shows to do?
The last one with Tiffany.
Yes, that was amazing.
The last one with Tiffany was yes, that was amazing.
Yes.
I'm still, yeah.
Yeah, trust me, I'm feeling, I was so nervous before because I was like, listen, when I saw the dress, I was like, oh my God, that dress is amazing. The video that I put up today with her walking in the dress, I had to mute it because I was screaming. I was like, oh my, yes, Tiff. You know, just screaming. When I scream loud. So,
well, you shouldn't scream. You cannot be quiet when you scream.
Right. I was going because I was like, oh my God, I love the dress. And then we had the show, her and Mateen and I, and then they brought you up, and then for you to be sitting here right now is like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like,
thank you, but thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you so much for even being on my show.
And Mateen is just like, yes.
I love Mateen. I love Mateen. She is
amazing.
Everything.
She is amazing.
Her personality, her style choice.
Yes.
You know, just everything about her is just like, yes, Mateen.
Yes, you go, girl.
Yes, keep on keeping on, girl. Keep on keeping on. So I did want to know, and I want you to say the name again of your Camerica.
Camerica.
I got it.
There we go. Actually, Camerica is C for Cameroon, my country, and then America. That's it. It's that simple. You can even go CAM for Cameroon, or add Rica, Camerica. That's it.
Okay,
or
good.
I'm like, it's just C for coming to America.
Yes.
But yeah.
Great, because I was like, I wanted to know the the thought behind the name. I knew it meant something. So yes, you hit it on the head. So one thing I wanted to go back to, because another thing that you mentioned in the bio, and you used the word, and I guess I was like, I want to know more. You said when I was forced to leave Cameron. So what happened? Why you used the word forced, or was it just?
Yeah. Probably the saddest part of my life is leaving my country, and then leaving the country the way I left it was just I still can not get over it. But I was forced to leave because of the work that I was doing in journalism. I got jailed, I got beat up, I got all those that I don't want to go over, because today I would just want to keep that smile on. Right. Because of the work that I was doing, which was hitting a little bit politically involved, let's put it that way. The country itself, it is a beautiful country, but so messed up with embezzlement, corruption, and all that. Just to give you an idea, the president of Cameroon today, 85 years old. He's been in office for I believe 30. I stopped counting. 36 years, I believe. One president for 36 years.
Wow.
So that's dictatorship regime. So it's all that fight that we kind of got me out of the country.
Okay.
So,
all right. We're not gonna get deep into it. I was just I saw the word and I said, wait.
Yeah.
But
I didn't leave because I didn't love my country, so I still want to go back, but I just can't.
Even after all these years?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Not allowed.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww. Well, they don't know what they missing. She's a beautiful person. Y'all hating. Y'all hating. Okay, so we're going to move on. So we're getting close to the end, but I do want to know is there any meaning behind your designs and the patterns that you choose, or how you put a show together with 15 girls? What is your technique behind everything that you do to create your designs?
So the very first one I had here, I call it freedom. And I had almost everything that I had in mind for so many years. I tried to just bring all the designs that I wanted to get out for so many years.
Yes, I like that.
That was the very first fashion show that I had after 20 years.
Ooh.
That's why I call it freedom. I felt like everything was like,
yes,
and I needed to free myself. And after that, every other collection would come with sort of theme. It can be a wedding, any other celebration that we have around. It is an occasion for me to bring out something. The design, usually what I do now is to connect with, should I call it a Western style.
Okay.
A lot of since we are in America, a lot of Americans still don't feel like they can wear the full garment because it's too much. We don't do that. We love
colors and patterns.
Yes. But I try to put some plain color together, or bring, just even if I take the same African print, that's what we call African print. I don't want to go over that because it would be a whole different topic.
Right.
That's going to be a long conversation. Let's just call it African print. We know what we're talking about.
Right.
But African print do not exist though. So let me just put it that way. No, it doesn't exist. If they give you the meaning of the African print, it would be, what is an African print?
Right.
And this print is not I'm not sure it's been printed in Africa.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Right. So basically, we see these prints and we say African print
because we wear it.
Right.
We wear it, and
but
that doesn't mean
consider
exactly.
Right. Oh, okay. See, yes.
That doesn't mean we wear it. It's made for us.
Right.
We wear it. We now make it ourselves, but back in the days it was handmade.
Right.
And it takes so long. Now we have all those technologies. They would go overseas and they make it and then bring take it back home. We do it. Actually, a lot of countries in Africa produce actually. So it's made for African, yes. But African print, we have to go over this. There are so many of them, so many. So I will take, let's call the African print and then trying to put it into an American design, a French design. I call it Tiffany. Tiffany's gown. It's literally a gown that you will see. Let's say if it was a wedding, it could have been a beautiful gown in a wedding. But how about we just gonna get a wedding into that? That's what we do.
Right.
Let's not forget about the white formal. But can you get married into it? Of course you can.
Yes.
So that's what I want people to understand. Do not just wear the African print because for a special occasion. I know the Black History Month, everybody wants to have a piece of African print, but we can wear it every day.
Right.
We can wear it every day at any time, anywhere you want. It's just a piece of clothes. It's the style. Yeah, you have to. You have to get into. You have to adapt. It is a lifestyle. So, and it doesn't mean it's particularly or exclusively made for Africans.
So I do want to do you have different prints for different areas? Like if you see a certain print, you say, oh, this is
absolutely
okay.
Absolutely. So in my country, the way we dress in the northern part of the country has nothing to do with how the South will do it. It is so different. The prints, the design, everything is different. Okay. So how about we take it to another country? You will see also differences. So yes.
Nice. Thank you. Okay, so what are some words of encouragement to make a bold move that's afraid to make that move? It's, as far as, oh, I don't think I can do it, you know, or I'm afraid, or even my parents or my family feel like this is not the route for me. What are some words of encouragement you could give for the people out there that's wanting to make a bold move?
Never try, never know. If you don't try, you will never know.
Never know, yeah.
You have to try it first. Messed up, start it all over again. Just like putting together a whole garment. You messed up, you have to start it and rip it off.
And start all over
That
again.
fabric is damaged, I cannot work on it. I'm going to grab another piece and start it until you succeed.
Nice. And what do you enjoy the most about being a fashion designer?
Seeing people in my garments.
Nice.
Seeing people so being excited to wear it.
Yes.
You know, I'm like, I love it. I want to wear it. And when you see them, yes, that's it. That's it.
And what is the best feeling? Okay, like, how do you feel, like, in words, your first fashion show when you were 17, when you put your fashion show together, and then when you came here and you did your first show, what are the words that you would describe seeing your pieces? Well, you say you're in the back, but the most you can see your pieces and imagine it going across the runway.
That's a dream come true. Every time.
Every time.
I dream about it before, and it's on the runway. That's exactly what I see.
Yeah.
And that's what I get. So the feeling is just that excitement, that's satisfaction. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it.
Yes.
So and believe it or not, I can't really enjoy it without having everybody else around me, and I'm surrounded with amazing people, from the mothers, sisters, the amazing people.
Nice.
So, and that joy is comes first to see, after seeing all the models being happy to wear that first. When they work out, I'm like, yes, you know, when you see them in it, that's, So.
And even, Tiffany dress, you know, was
you won't stop
amazing.
talking about
Right. But your whole catalog that you had that day was amazing as well.
Thank you.
It was amazing. I mean, I just loved it. I said, oh my God, like, you just really, you can tell you were passionate about the pieces that were out on that you had on the runway that day. I'm sure it's like that for all your shows.
I just want people to see different ways to wear the African print. There are so many different ways for so many different occasions. It's every day you can wear an African print without feeling like you are different.
Standing out, yes. And you did bring that.
Yes.
You brought that to that design.
And you will see one print with so many different colors. I can wear this with white, with black, with blue, with it's just that one.
Right. And actually, I mean, even what you have on today is just lovely. I'm like, man, you wear it with pride. Like, you just,
that's what I do.
That's
like, I wear it. I grew up wearing it. This is how I dress. So.
And this is how you dress all the time?
Pretty much. 99% of the time.
Nice. So, do you do fashion now full time, or are you?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, fashion.
It's been a year.
Really?
Hard as an Albus. Yes, that's what I do.
So
all day, every day.
Nice. So when is your next show coming up? Do you have something coming up?
I do have a small one. And that's a private show in Jacksonville in a week. That would be on the 15th. But the big show that I have scheduled so far would be, the next one would be in February 2nd, and we're still working on it. The date says it's already set up, but we're still working on that. I needed a little break between the shows.
Right, you need to think and regroup.
I need my December to spend with family and friends. I need January to recharge a little bit, because Black History Month is not gonna give me a break. Since everybody wants to wear the African dress, I am ready for them. I have to be ready for them. And for that, I need a little break in between to just,
recoup and regenerate. Yes. What would you define success? how would you define success?
S-Bling on the track.
Wow. Being happy, healthy. Wealth is something different.
Yes.
Because when you're happy and healthy, everything else
Falls into place.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not all about money. It's being surrounded with amazing people. It's being able to keep those people around.
Yeah.
And everything else would just be smooth. And then, yeah, I think success is not having the huge big house, a big car. It is a sign of a success,
Right,
because you won't feel it. You won't even notice that you have all that, because everything will be just easy. But it's not the main thing. You put that, if you put that first, but some people might think, and they really strongly believe that they need to have money to feel successful. It's okay, but for me, it's to really have family and friends together, and then being able to do what I do with the same passion every day, and then achieve something every day. So the achievement is a success, and each time is a success for me. So it's something constant. It's not one time and then I will stop. I'm like, okay, I'm done. No, the next time will be another success. So I live from one success to another. That one success will lead me to another one. So every other time you dream about it and you create it, you make it happen. It is a success. Let's move on, make it happen again.
But we all know that money doesn't equal success, because we see so many people who are on top that are taking their lives because they don't have the family and the friends and the support, the love to back it up. It's just, you have all this money, but what's next? So definitely health, family, friends, and support is definitely very, 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 very vital to success.
It is.
So the final thing I would like you to do is just to let the people know where they can contact you if they're interested in getting some of your beautiful designs.
Well, they can go on either of my pages. Camerica Creation is CAMERICA Camerica, and Creations, of course, you can go on my Instagram or Facebook. Also, the website is so camericacreations.com, or you can contact me by calling or texting. The number is so easy, 386-383-1142.
Nice. So when I edit the episode, I'm gonna go ahead and put all of that information so you guys can know where to contact her to, reach out and get some designs. I'm telling you, she is popping. And I do want to say you are beautiful.
Thank you. Don't make me blush. No. I've learned that black don't blush, so the rest.
Right. That's all right. We still can say it.
I know, right? Yeah.
Don't make me blush. But I do appreciate you taking the time out to come on my show.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. I want to just take the time to thank everyone that has been a part of my show, because it makes me feel like you believe in my dream and you believe in what I'm doing so much that you will take the time out to come in and share this experience with me. So I want to thank you again for coming.
We say support, right?
Yeah.
You have to support each other. That's how it works.
Exactly. And not only that, we talked about, like, I met her officially today, but the connection, I had my podcast and you were shout out and I put you down as shout out, and it's like, thank you. And I'm like, wait, would you like to be on my show? And it's like, yes. And I'm like, yay, traveling fans doing her thing. So once again, thank you. And thanks guys for listening. So thanks for listening to Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. We out. Peace. Nice.
S-Bling on the track.